Hello everyone, welcome to the Ranting Shop with me, Melissa. It's been a while because I kind of decided to not review Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore because I feel like sometimes the episodes are not giving at all. I may attempt to do an all-in-one type of review where I review the episodes I failed to review for the past couple of weeks. However, I'm not sure, but we shall see. Firstly, I want to get into some other Love and Marriage Huntsville news, particularly dealing with Miss Ariane Curry. Now, I'm so sick of this woman. However, I just felt the need to come on here to speak my frustration with everyone. She did a live. The live was like 4 hours long or something of that sort. And I'm basically looking at it via a YouTuber, Jamie That's Me's YouTube. And essentially, I'm only halfway through, and not even halfway through, I'm a quarter way through, and I literally cannot do it anymore. I cannot. I feel like what she does, Ariane, is literally exploit the fact that she's a mistress. She decided to make herself known to us via Funky Dineval. She wanted everybody to know I'm Martell Holt's side chick. I'm the one they're referring to. But I don't like Melody. And basically, she doesn't like Melody because of all the things Martell has told her about Melody, which is crazy to me because, first of all, why are you trusting the man that's cheating on you with his wife? That's cheating with you on his wife, sorry. That is in itself crazy to believe. On the one hand, she says that the people use her for clout. They talk about her every episode. And then, literally, no one has talked about this woman this season at all. No one has even made any assumption towards her, any type of inkling towards her, according to her likeness. Nothing of that sort. However, she feels like they speak on her, and that's why people go to her lives. Little does she realize that people go to her lives to see what she has to say pertaining to her and Martell. It has nothing to do with the show and what has been happening on the show. So she does this live, and first of all, she looks a mess. Hair is a mess. Everything is a mess. She just seems completely like she's going through a mental breakdown. And she basically proceeds to talk about the fact that it's the not even wanting to blame the man per se, wanting to blame the wife, which is crazy to me, but saying that the blame should not be put on the side chick, all the blame should be put on the man. Now, if you guys know anything about Martell's recent interviews that he's been doing, he stated very clearly that when he first met Ariane, he told her, I have a wife, but I want you to be my girlfriend. And he said he wore his ring on that day. And she decided that she wanted to be his girlfriend. And then they were rocking for years after the fact, which is insane considering he never divorced his wife. And I don't think he would ever be the one to file for any type of divorce from Melody. So that is absolutely insane. But what's crazy to me on Martell's side is that when he was doing the interview, I don't know if it was for Essence Fest or something, it was like a whole panel. He spoke about the fact that Melody was the one who, I guess, maybe out of frustration, maybe out of annoyance, maybe just joking, told him, why don't you just go find another girlfriend? And this man literally used that to go and find another girlfriend. And then it's going to circle back to Melody so that he could say, it's Melody that told me to go find a girlfriend. And what I don't like is that these men love to absolve themselves of accountability any way they know how to do it. If it's to blame the wife, they will. If it's to blame the side chick, they will. Anybody else but them is to blame, which is insane. But I agree with him in that it's something you don't joke about. Like, if you're in a marriage, if you guys are having some difficulties, you should not joke around telling your husband, oh, hey, you should probably go find a girlfriend because I cannot provide you the sexual things that you require. I'm busy, I'm tired, I'm all these things. Do not joke around with it unless you're very serious that you really want him to do it. Because if it was so easy for him to go ahead and make this woman his girlfriend, that means he's been wanting to do it for some time now. So the fact that he kind of blames Melody to say, oh, Melody was the one who suggested I find a girlfriend, is a little bit kind of annoying to me, and I'm just sick of him not taking accountability for his actions. Now back to Miss Ariane Curry. So this woman decided to go on a live, invite these, she said she wanted wives, she wanted the wives perspective, and in a sense, instead of like listening to what these women had to say, whenever they said something that did not align with what she or the message she wanted to put out to people, she would kind of cut them off, which to me made no sense. Like, if the women are trying to like hold her accountable and say, oh, we're gonna blame both of you guys because yes, he cheated on his wife, yes, he's the one that was married, yes, he's the one that was in a commitment, you knew that from the beginning and you still decided to pursue him. So at that point, you have to share some kind of blame. You don't have to share the lion's share of blame, but you have to share some kind of blame, because you knew very early on that this man was married, but yet proceeded to be on and stay in a committed, and that's the crazy thing, this woman was committed to a married man, a man that was very much appearing to be very in love with his wife at the time, and that is insane. So it just baffles me how she's so quick to talk over people and say, no, now tell us the real deal, who cheated, who lied, who did this, who did that. And it's like she's already coming into things with this cynicism, as if men are just not capable of being faithful. And the thing I don't like about Ariane is that she's not a genuine individual. What I mean by that is, whenever she's upset with Martel, she creates these lives and she bashes him, she bashes everybody. Then the moment she gets back cool with him, everything is good. Now she starts bashing Melody. It's crazy how this has been a cycle for years now. Like, this woman has been a side chick for over 7 years and is purposely, for some reason, continuing to still be with him. I don't know what hold Martel has on this woman, but she actually acts as if she's being like mind controlled or something, and I find that like insane. She's cynical about marriage and all these things, but the moment I think if Martel ever decides to propose to her, she's gonna accept it immediately. So she talks a lot of bullish, like things that she doesn't even believe, which is like absolutely insane to me. But another thing I'd like to speak on is the fact that she has issues, and one problem that I have with her lives is that I don't like the people that are like encouraging her in her mess, even when she's disrespectful, calling people itches and all these type of words. It's like people coddle her, and that's crazy to me. And people even go as far as disrespecting Melody because of whatever reason that I don't understand. And I think the biggest reason why Ariane tends to blame Melody is basically because of what Martel has told her about Melody, which is something that you, first of all, should not even be believing, considering he's not an honest person. So that in itself is crazy. She also likes to lie a lot because somebody is lying. Because Martel is saying she knew from the beginning he was married. She's saying she knew after months after that he was married. And by the time she found out, she was already in love. She knew that way before, and that is why she uses the justification that, oh, she didn't grow up in a two-parent household and she didn't really know, or she didn't really care whether the guy that she decided to pursue was married or not, because it wasn't a big deal to her because she wasn't raised in a two-parent household, and she doesn't even know what two-parent household is. So I'm like rather confused as to why she's using it in a sentence. But my thing is, there is no excuse for you to behave immorally. At the end of the day, the whole point of the situation is you knew he was married and you decided to continue to pursue him. That's it. There's literally nothing else. There's literally no justification. She comes trying to justify her points of view, talking about, oh, you should never blame the side woman. Why? Why should the side woman not be blamed? Because at the end of the day, you're choosing. It's like when somebody commits a crime, right? And you know that person committed a crime. In fact, the person came to you and said, I did this and I want you to help me fix this by doing A, B, and C. And you decide, okay, that's my family member or that's my loved one, let me help them. You go ahead, you help them. Then they get caught by police and they say, oh, this person was involved as well because they helped me bury the body, or whatever the case may be. At that point, when that person came to you and told you that they committed a crime, you already know it's wrong. It's on you at that point to make a decision. Do I help this person and implicate myself, or do I go to the police and tell them that this person committed a crime? If you decide, oh, I'm going to aid and abet that person, just know the consequences that lay ahead of you. The criminal justice system, the law isn't gonna say, oh, it's because the person forced you to do. Well, they might say that, but that's only if you're under a direct threat. Like if the person is threatening you to aid them, then that's understandable. But if the person just heavily persuaded you, then it's on you. Like, you cannot really blame anybody but yourself, because you knew it was wrong from the beginning and you still decided to do it. So the fact that she's justifying her actions at this point is just absolutely crazy to me. Now she's saying F Martel because Martel is basically giving everybody the idea, and she's realizing as well that he didn't want to ever be divorced. She's realizing that now. She was pushing for him to divorce Melody, and she was even upset that Melody did not want to divorce him, because after Melody knew about her, I think she expected Melody to divorce him immediately. And when he didn't do that, she was like, well, accept me. I'm your sister wife. Accept me at this point. And she was upset that Melody was not allowing her to be with her husband fully and freely. Even after the divorce, she's thinking, oh, Martel is now going to be mine. Whole time, Martel doesn't even really want to be with her anymore. And that is why she's so salty and doing these lives. Because I feel like she kind of uses it to kind of threaten Martel, in a sense, like, if you leave me, I'm going to talk. Which is insane to me. And she's very, very childish. She has a very, very young type of mindset, which is crazy to me considering she's 31. She acts like she's 16. The mindset is so immature. It's crazy to me. And the women encouraging her in her disgusting behavior are very much problematic as well. Like, and my thing is, I hate people, or I dislike when people aid nonsense and they add to it and they fuel nonsense. I hate when people do that. I mean, it almost seems like these people want to be her best friend. The way they coddle her, the way they excuse her behavior. Like, just watched literally a quarter of that, and I just couldn't deal with that anymore. But let me know what you guys think about her 4-hour live. Do you think that she's kind of becoming a little bit unhinged? Let me know in the comment section, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.